Hi my friend, thank you so much for being here. In this first video, this last painting tutorial, you will learn to prepare the wood, paint wood with acrylic and paint the leaves. The partner of this tutorial is available in the video description. For those who identify and want to train, just click on the link to download. It's a good option for those who are starting and in the future to create their designers. I created a new playlist to put the works in, a more rustic style, Velen wood, which is already a masterpiece of the nature with painting. For you who are new here, my name is Patrícia, welcome. I wish a lot of peace and light for your journey and let's have fun. To start, we will prepare the wood to receive the acrylic paint by applying the first coat of matte varnish with a large brush. This wood already comes with a very smooth surface, otherwise it's necessary to sand it first. Note how the wood quickly absorbs the varnish. It's necessary to wait it to dry for an average of 3 hours to receive another layer. Here I have the wood already with 2 layers of varnish completely dry to receive 2 more layers of gesso. I usually prepare the wood the day before painting. I'm using extra fine sandpaper to sand the interior area, gently leaving the surface smooth. Clean the entire surface with a dry cloth to remove dust. Isolate the sides with adhesive tape and only remove them at the end. Here I have my drawing enlarged with the grid technique to the size of the wood. In case you don't know how to enlarge, I explain it in this video on the card above. I transfer the design to transparent paper. I turn it, darkening the other side and then transfer it to the wood. You can also use carbon paper. I like to use the option with transparent paper because it doesn't get so marked. Here I marked it so that you can see drying well, but the goal is for it to be clear, avoids having to give unnecessary coverages. With line brush number 2, I will cover the leaves following the drying. This video is a bit fast-paced because I want to convey as much information as possible, but the reality is different. I'm doing it in my time, calmly, and most importantly, enjoying the process. I wait for it to dry a little and put another coat of paint. In the middle I use a slightly darker green. With the round brush, I fill leaves with another shade of green. In this foliage, I put 3 coats. Remember that when repeating the layers, the previous painting must be dry to avoid the risk of removing the previous painting. The number of layers needed will depend on the coping power of the painting you are using and also on the colors. Lighter colors need more layers. Here you can see well with one layer and with 2 layers. With a fine brush I finish the tips of the leaves. In the middle, I repeat the process but with a round brush. This last foliage I will make mixing 2 shades of green. I add a few drops of extender that serve to delay drying time, doing the work easier. It's not mandatory for anyone who already has the dominion with acrylic paints, but for those who are starting, it's always good to know the possibilities that exist. In the first half of the leaf, I paint with darkest green. I'm giving brush strokes from the inside out and with the lighter green from the outside to the inside, so that the colors meet. On the other half of the leaf, I invert the colors. As the base is ready, I will paint the other areas while it dries. I repeating the paint process one more time, and with the fine brushes make the finishes. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and receive more like this. Share with a friend who would love to receive this content. If you have any questions, let me know. I wait for you in the next video.